The Baal Shem Tov was a very holy man. He was a very special mystical rabbi that lived in Europe in the 18th century. He was born into very dark times for people, and yet in his humble way he used to go to nature, learn about herbs and plants and how they can heal people, and he had mystical powers because he was so connected to God that God had showed him the ways and how to help people, because that was his intention, always to be kind and help other people. So he was guided from heaven all the time with all he did to help and to create miracles. Today I'm going to tell you a story, one of the stories of many stories about the Baal Shem Tov, that just kind of shows his special personality. This story takes place in one of the little villages that the Baal Shem Tov came to, and it was the time of Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is the most holy holiday for Jewish people all over the world. It's a day of fasting, and Jewish belief is that on that night we're calling God and praying to God, and we're not eating, not drinking, and we want to stay holy because we want to open the gates of heaven. This is when it's the beginning of the Jewish year. This is when we beg for a good year, and that even if we did anything bad, this is a time for forgiveness. So the Baal Shem Tov came, and he was standing in the bima. This is the area next to the ark with the Holy Torah, and he was praying and praying and praying. And everyone around started looking and saying, "What is that? It takes way longer." And he continues to pray, and he's crying, and some people start saying, "Oh, wow, maybe we did a lot of sins. Maybe there is something wrong, some, negativity that we're not aware of that is about to come, and the Baal Shem Tov is trying to change it." And they're all praying quietly, very seriously, very, very quiet and seriously. Then all of a sudden, as they're standing like that, and the Baal Shem Tov is quietly crying and davening on the stage, all of a sudden, a young boy comes into the middle of the synagogue and whistle the strongest, loudest whistle that everyone could hear. Everyone were in shock. "What is that? How dare you? How rude!" They looked at him, and a minute after, they're all running at him, wanted to take him and even beat him. And the Baal Shem Tov screamed from the bima, from the stage, "Stop! Don't you dare touch that special boy." And everyone stopped. The Baal Shem Tov comes down from the bima. He walks quietly with a smile to the boy. And he said, "Young boy, please tell us your story." And the young boy starts. He was very embarrassed, but he did share his story. And he said, "Listen, I'm a Jewish boy, but I come from a very poor family. My family never had money to send me to a Jewish school or to get me the proper education. And I don't even know to write or to read one letter in Hebrew. Now all I know is that today is Yom Kippur, the most holy day in the year, that God is about to open the gates of heaven and to listen to us. And all I knew is that I have to come into a synagogue. So I just got up and I came here." But I was sitting in the back of the hall, and I took a Siddur, the Jewish prayer book, and I tried to read, and I didn't understand anything. And I heard everyone praying and praying and singing and saying all these beautiful words in Hebrew, and I can't say anything. And I start crying, and I felt so ashamed of myself. And then I decided that I'm going to talk to God. And I said, "God, I don't know how to pray. I don't know even how to read Hebrew or even to say one letter. But I do know how to whistle. I am the best whistler in all this area. I promise you, God, when I whistle, everyone listen. Even dogs can hear me from far away. So how about that? God, I'll make you a deal. I will just whistle the best whistling I could ever do. And you'll take it as I create this whole holy book with all my heart and soul. And that's what I did. And I'm really sorry if I hurt anyone here, because I really didn't mean to. That's just what I can do. That's all I'm good at. That's how I feel. And the Baal Shem Tov said, for hours, I'm standing on the bima and I'm trying to open the gates of heaven. And the gates don't open. And I pray and I cry. And they say there's too many sins here. We're not opening the gates of heaven. And this boy that you guys wanted to hit with his pure whistle, he opened the gates of heaven right now for all of us. Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of studying of the Baal Shem Tov. Subscribe.